Let's get into the first technique. This is a wrist grab, right? The guy's just going to reach out and grab the wrist directly in front of you like a mirror image, same side, and we're going to do something called a wrist roll. But it's not just enough to do the wrist roll. We need to incorporate some movement of our body, stepping off center, either left or right, and making sure we get a nice frame in case this guy tries to escalate the situation. Alright, he grabs the wrist same side. I pull my elbow in tight to my body. I roll the wrist outward because that thumb, your thumb is really weak going that direction. When it gets cranked the other direction, it loses grip pretty easily. I've done this to my son, who is much smaller than me. He's only about 85 to 95 pounds. I can use 80 to 90% grip strength on his wrist, and he can wrist roll and still get out. There's got to be a big emphasis on squeezing that elbow in tight to your body. You want to keep your elbows in tight. It's a grappling thing. Alligator arms, T-Rex arms, because if your elbow comes out, you can start to be manipulated. And as I do this wrist roll, you'll see that I'm stepping off center. I want to get off to the side. Okay, my opposite hand is coming up. I'm starting to set a frame to where I block that shoulder because he could try to grab me back. He could throw a punch, and I want to be inside of that grip. I want to be in control. Okay, so we just go from him dominating our wrist and put us in a bad position to us casually being able to wrist roll and step off center. It's really, really simple, but you get a lot of opportunities by stepping off to the side like that. You're taking yourself out of range from his power. You're too close for him really to hit you effectively, and you are inside hand positions. So now you have a clear vision on striking him, even if it was a nice nasty headbutt. If I needed to, I'm in a position where I can come across center line and crack him with my skull if I needed to. Let's look at, I have another angle here for us to look at this at. So in this position, you can see me stepping off center, doing the same thing. Elbow comes in, I wrist roll, big windshield wiper with the wrist to the outside, and I step off one side or the other. This will a lot of times depend on where you're comfortable stepping, whether you're left-handed or right-handed. Where they're standing may have an effect on where you can go. You may see that maybe you want to leave, and you see there's a door on one side, and you want to get closer to the door. That's fine. See how I have inside hand control. I'm inside of his positioning, whether I go left or right. I'm not standing straight in front of him. If he's right-handed, that power hand is far away from me. It's going to be a lot harder for him to strike me and do any damage. And this is just real quick, easy. Even if somebody weighs 100 pounds more than you, you should probably still be able to wrist roll because you're not super strong with your thumb getting torqued that opposite direction. Okay? Simple, simple, simple. But you need to practice. Get your buddies to practice with you. There you go. It's a simple wrist roll.